So we are live.
Yeah. So good evening to all. Welcome to this series of career awareness workshop. And this is an CSR activity which is run by Hero FinCorp and associated with Ramakant Manjul Foundation, where we have implemented this program Pan India. And basically, this project has been carried out in 3 ways. And before explaining all those in details, I myself, Santosh Biradar, I welcome you all from IDC family. I also welcome the students, the parents, the staff of various colleges, and principals and managements of various colleges. I welcome you all once again. So, this project has been implemented in 3 stages. First stage is about providing career workshop in the respect to schools, and it is applicable from 9th standard to 12th standard students. First stage is about giving career plan orientation, explaining that why career planning is important for the students. And the second stage is on giving personalized career guidance portal and taking them to the orientation of that dashboard. And the third stage is about going for assessments and the group career sessions. So right now we are in the last stage, which is the beginning for the students. So today we will discuss about what are the careers available for commerce and neutral careers. So basically, before entering into commerce, commerce is always meant to be known for business. So the questions what you people are seeing on the screen are the things what we are looking in front of you. The 2 major things: whether the banking, finance, and insurance industries will go run in decades together, or what we call as our traditional banking and traditional financial companies and insurance companies will run in this way for down the line another 20 years, 30 years, or maybe 100 years, or these tech companies, fintech companies like Paytm, PhonePe, Google Pay are going to change this financial sector or revolutionize this financial space. So this is what we need to first think on. So looking into these angles, we need to try to understand how traditional courses are getting changed with the help of technology. But the field is the same, the finance field, the commerce field will be the same, the concepts will be the same. But the revolutionization or the revolution which is happening with the help of technology, how we can able to sustain that and how we need to look into our careers taking these 2 major things into consideration. So with this concept of looking into traditional and modern way of commerce, we will try to understand today what are the careers available in commerce. So now let's look into this, the careers with commerce who are strong in mathematics. So different career options are available who are strong in mathematics. One is actuary, second one is chartered accountant, cost manager accountant, company secretary, chartered financial analyst, investment banking, and banking, financial services, insurance, that is BFSI, and taxations, then business management and economics. As I told you that business is not away from economics. So it is all the branch of economics, so which talks about give and take with monetary benefit and along with the help of society. So that is also important to make us to understand what these careers are in. So now what we will do is, or what we will try to understand is, these careers we will try to understand in detail, and how these careers will be having the prospects for the students. The first one we talking of actuary. Actuary is all about the career using mathematics, statistics, financial theory to focus on uncertain futures, unfuture activities, or we may call it as events also, especially that are concerned to finance and insurance and pension. So basically, we all know that we do pay small amount of insurance amounts, and we do get huge amount of insurance at the time of maturity of the policy. So working on all these things, how this small amount is going to become a big amount, or what may happen in between if any unfortunate things are happen, that is all the job of actuary. And these actuaries will be having a deep understanding of mathematics, statistics, business management with little bit of knowledge of economics. So this is what the actuary career deals with. So how to enter into this actuary? That is, they have their own common entrance test, and actuary is available in IAI, Institute of Actuary in India. And what are the future prospects for this actuary? The future prospects for actuary is in insurance companies, maybe public or private, life insurance or general insurance. If we look into public organization, we have a Life Insurance Corporation of India. If you look into our own private companies, like we have Bajaj Life Insurance, we have Exide Life Insurance, we have HDFC Life Insurance, we have Tata AIG Life Insurance, we have so many insurance companies are there. So that is what the another part of opportunity in private organizations. And if you go into life in general, again, may public or private, so many general insurance companies are also there. So what is the difference between this life or general? Life insurance companies are those companies which will provide you insurance on your life or on your family life. And general insurance are all those things which except from your life. For example, if your two-wheeler insurance, four-wheeler insurance, fire insurance, home insurance, building insurance, this is what we call as general insurance. Then also you can open as your own consulting firm, and where you can become a consulting actuaries, or you may be working with authorities like Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, or PFRDA or TSE organizations, as either in their as a regular employee, or as a consultant, or as a freelancer. And also at the same time, you can walk into the companies with which will be taking care of asset liabilities, right? Where you will be working as an asset liability manager over there, with having the actuary part into consideration. Then large banks and investment banks like World Bank or RBI, or any other nationalized country-owned bank, where you have got options there also. And pension banks and employee benefit companies, like for example, we have a PF, Provident Fund organization or company, where you can work on, which deals with pensions of an organization. Or there are some specific banks are there, maybe may not be in our own India, but there are a lot of pension banks are there in foreign countries, where you can be the regular part of that organizations. Or you can be in if you are very much technology savvy, or very much interested in technological part of you, along with the secretary, you can become a secretary software development also. So basically, maybe this is with IT-enabled industries like in BPO companies where they require most of the actuary software development people where they want to, because these are the people who will be providing services to the Indian as well as foreign customers in terms of their claims, in terms of their services. So there is also a lot of requirement for that, and obviously the insurance management, which deals with any of the private or public organizations. So this is all about the future prospects of this actuary. Now, what we try to do is we will try to understand this, how this entry level position is there with respect to our the dashboard, what you people have received it, or what you people have experienced it. So what we will do is we will enter into the dashboard, the student dashboard, which you people have got it, right? This is how you people will be getting this: explore careers, college directory, exam directory, scholarships. Now what we have to do is we have to click on this explore careers. There we will get professional careers and vocational careers. In professional careers and vocational careers, that if you go for what we called as engineering and technology, these are the things what we call as business management, which deals with um, uh, commerce or business field, and finance and banking is another one field which deals with commerce, right? And first we'll try to understand this actuary. So here we have the different kinds of here accountant, banker, chartered accountant, cost management, economist, finance manager. Likewise, the same thing we will try to understand here with actuary part. So what we try to do here, we try to type here. So we will get this actuary here. So if you just click on that actuary preferences, no need to enter it all to that. Just type that career, whichever you are focusing on, and type that. You will get the entire history of that. You will get the information from macro level to the micro level. So first it gives about what that career is about, and it gives about what this is all about, and it is the way how you can enter into this actuary part. So first you need to complete your PC, your second year with maths as a subject with any combination here, and afterwards you have to appear ACT exams. Once you pass the ACT exams, then you will be getting a student membership for that. Once after getting the student membership, you will be going through a different exams where you need to pass 7 exams with respect to IAI. Those are CS 1 and 2, and CM 1 and 2, and CB 1, CB 2, and CB 3. These are the 7 exams which you need to pass it. After passing these 7 exams, the second exams what you need to pass 3 practical exams of AFI, that is CP 1, 2, 3. Once you pass these 3 exams, then you can become an associate member of. That means you will be the part of that AI organizations where you can start working as a freelancer. This is one path, and another path is again PU2 with maths combination from any stream, appearing for ACET exams, that is entrance exams, and passing it, getting the student membership, passing 7 principal exams like CS 1 and 2, CM 1 and 2, CB 1, 2, and CB 3, 3 practical exams of AIPI, that is CP 1 to 3. And apart from that, if you want to become a fellow member of AI, you need to pass 2 out of 8 specialist exams and 1 of 5 advanced exams of AI. If you are able to do this, pass of 2 or 8 specialist exams, and after clearing that, and if you pass 1 advanced course, then you are eligible to become a fellow of IAI. This is how the process of entering this actuary course, because this is the course where most of the people will not be aware of that, right? And this is how we able to enter this course with Akshari, right? So next, the next part for us to understanding after Akshari is the chartered accountant, where the mostly knownable and respectable job what we prefer chartered accountants. What are the chartered accountants? May not be necessarily for you to explain all these things in detail, but still then I will be explaining you in a brief about this. These are the people, for example, every year any small organization or business organization have to file their IT returns. And to the government offices, and government offices will not accept these IT returns unless and until it is been audited and certified by chartered accountants. So that is what their importance comes into. That is what their expertise comes into. That means chartered accountant are the people who will analyze your accounts and who will make your accounts proper, and who will also who are also authorized to audit your organization. So those are the people who will be working with the financial backgrounds, which will be advising the organizations based on the requirement of the government with respect to legal policies, with respect to income and tax, and nowadays a GST filing which is happening on a monthly basis, where these people will certify, audit, and then you can process with the income tax. So this is what about chartered accountant. I will be telling you how to enter into the chartered accountant career. So before knowing that, first we need to understand where are these opportunities are available for this chartered accountant. First one, banks working as a financial auditor, then public limited organization working in an audit department or in finance department, or you have options in entering into audit firms. So many private audit organizations are there who are who have got the expertise in auditing even government organizations and non-private organizations, or the organizations which are into PPP model, public-private partnership model. So that is what we talk about your opportunities in auditing firms as becoming a CA. And anyway, finance companies which cannot run without the help of CS, and investment houses like large real estate people, or a large scale of investment, financial investment organizations, where their option is to understand how these things are happening and how the flow is happening as per the, and whether the things are as per the legal requirement of the government or not. That is what we call investment houses. And another, or if you are not being interested to work with any of the organizations, you can start your own practice and you can become a freelancer or independent CA, or you can enter into legal firms, as working as with respect to the organization, where you can work with whether this particular organization is following the government guidelines or not with respect to income tax or with respect to their return filing. And how you need to, how you can enter into this is where you can get it done is you can get it done with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now we will what we do is we'll try to understand the different pathways available for this chartered accountants. Now again, what we will do is we will go back to our dashboard here, right? So, and we will try to understand here. So what careers are available here. So now what I will do is just again what I see how I have typed here actually. So here we will try to understand much better in that, right? So what I do is I will go into finance and banking here. So right now we have got different careers here, right? Company secretary cost. Now I will click on this chartered accountant part, where you will get the details from micro level to minute level. So this is what chartered accountants who audits, that is what I have been explaining. And these are the different specializations available in a chartered accountant. That is, you can become a financial accountant, or you can have your expertise on tax, or you can have an expertise on budget analyst, or you can have an expertise in insolvency, or you can focus on the management accounting, or you can be an auditor. These are the six sub specializations available in chartered accountant. Now, how you enter? The one thing is after 10th, you can go for 2 to 3 year diploma course, then go for 1 year or 2 year a 2 year graduation course, then join CA foundation course, pass at CA foundation or what we call as intermediate, that is ICITS, then appear for CA intermediate and pass one group of paper, that is what we call a join. Once you pass that, you will join article training. Once you join the article training, you need to clear all the groups of CA intermediate exams. Once you clear all those CA intermediate exams, then you will be joining in final course. That is what we call as AICITS. Once you complete all this training, article training, then you are eligible to become a graduate in chartered accountant. After being graduated accountant, you can become a membership of that particular ICFAI. This is one pathway. The second pathway is 12th with the subjects as per the requirement. Then once you complete that 12th, you can go for CA foundation. That is what we call CPT. And once your CPT courses, you need to appear intermediate exams for that. And once you appear for that intermediate course, then you need to go for ACTS exams, ACTS course, and after appearing for ICITS, then you need to appear for a CA intermediary and pass one group papers. After passing one group papers, you will be joining to article training. In that article training, you need to clear all the groups. After clearing all the groups, you will be joining a CA final course. In that GA final course, you will be completing all article training. Once you do this, you will be considered as a CA final examination. Once you pass the CA final examination, you will be considering as a CA. So this is how the different pathways are available for entering into chartered accountant. So if you go further, look what is the kinds of prosperity we are having here. And this is also not impacted by COVID also. So if you look here, there is high growth in the long term and also very high growth in the short term. So this is what the potentiality of chartered accountants. So where you can be the part of this chartered accountant process, and you can not only help the society, but so that you can help the organizations in becoming corrupt-free nation. So once after understanding this chartered accountancy, or what we call as CA, the next thing is to understand cost management accountancy. What this cost management accountancy deals with, or what these people are dealing with. These people are dealing with the cost. Dealers are dealing with the pricing of the goods. Dealers are dealing with the pricing of the services and verification or certification of the cost records. And also they also deal with the taxations and may not be in definitely not directly taxes. They will be involved in indirectly taxes. Or in simple example, what we can tell is these are the people who will try to understand what price need to be fixed when we are taking a product and what price we need to fix when we are selling a product or services, and we need to verify or we need to cross verify the cost records. And we need to understand what are the indirect pays taxations they are paying. These are people who are wholly manageable about the expenditure of an organization. What the company is going to recur the expenditure, or what the company is going to pay, and how it is affecting those people. That study is what we call as cost management accountancy. Not only that, they will also focusing on your calculation and assessment of cost and expenses to purchase or produce something. Because what happens is, if you look into this, any of this business, either in service organizations or in a manufacturing organization, you need to make one product or a service. If you want to manufacture one product, you will be having so many kinds of expenses. Like for example, you have to first procure your machineries, then you need to procure the labor for that, then you need to procure raw materials, then you need to process that raw materials to come to final product. This is all the cost required for the manufacturing product. After manufacturing of this product, the next process is what is required, so that you need make to aware to the public that this product is available. Again, that cost is involved. After that, if you are making that the kinds of distribution channel you are using into, again that cost is involved there. So taking all these costs into consideration, they will also decide that how much need to be produced and how much need not to be produced, and what the rate has to be finalized for that. These are the people who will evaluate all these people. Right, this is what the focus main area of cost management accountancy. And what are the prospects available for this cost of management accountancy? First, freelancer working on their own, or next being an auditing team or taxation team, which definitely will be taking care of indirect taxation. Major focus will be on indirect taxation, or in the cost record management organizations who are specialized in maintaining this kinds of data and analysis on that and provide the feedback. This is what the prospects for cost management accountants. Now, what are the careers or how you need to enter into these organizations? There are two institutes. One is Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India, or another one is Institute of Cost and Works Accountant of India. These two are the organizations where you can go for your or approved by these two organizations management accountant. So this is what we talk about cost management accountant. The next one is about company secretary, and you all know what you mean by this company secretary. Majorly, most of us have studied. Most of this becomes a common part of this company secretary. The first one, what we talk of is first we try to understand who is this company secretary. A company secretary is a person who gives a legal expert or who is a legal expert and where he or she provides the advices to the board of directors with respect to your corporate laws, security laws, the capital markets, or with respect to your corporate governance. And we can call this company secretary as a chief advisor to the board of directors, or chief advisor to the CEO, or chief advisor to the managing director of an organization. And where this company secretary is whole and sole responsible for all regulatory compliance of a company or an organization. And what are the prospects for this? So basically, these company secretaries are very much required, because every organization want to see that their corporate law should be intact, and they should have the most security laws, and so nobody can affect them. And they should also see that their capital market will be working in a systematic way, and the governance should be at high level. And for these reasons, they want one expertise person who can give them expertise advice with respect to the legal aspect. So taking this context into consideration, so the prospects are with company where their paid up capital is more than 5 crores, or you can start your own organization as an own organization, or freelancer, or independent worker, or definitely in corporate advisory services, or in financial management organizations, or in capital market, or investment, or in investor relations. So this is how the prospects are available for company secretaries, right? And how you can enter into company secretaries is, that is Indian Institute of Company Secretary of India, and the organizations or the colleges which are running under these guidance. You can appear for these entrance exams of these respective colleges, and you can go through this courses, or whether you can go through for this program and become a company secretary. This is how what you can excel with the company secretary career. If you are really interested in with commerce with law into taken into consideration. So after understanding this company secretary, the next thing is to understand chartered financial analyst. What is his job is? His job is to understand how the things are going on, whether the things are going as per the requirement of the organization or as per the requirement of the economic conditions or as per the requirement of the economic conditions or economic policies with respect to national and global economic conditions taken into consideration. These people will analyze the entire financial activity of an organization, and based on that analyzation they will provide their findings and suggestions to an organization or to the board of directors or the top level management of the organization. So these people are also very much required in banking, in corporate finance, or what we call as in finance department, and equity investments and portfolio management and wealth planning organizations or wealth uh, management organizations. When we talk of portfolio management is all about how to take care of your finances and invest how much to need to be invested in which part of the organization. For example, whether you want to invest in your shares or whether you want to invest in your mutual funds or whether you want to invest in your production system. So this is what it talks about the portfolio management. In terms that portfolio management, these people will analyze if what happens if you invest in the shares or what happens if you buy back the shares or sell the shares, and what is happening if the shares value goes on decrease or increase as per the market fluctuations. Then what happens if your mutual funds uh, uh, give positive feedbacks or negative feedback. These kinds of analysis they will do it, and they will provide their report to the top management. Based on that report, the organization is going to take their decisions. So this is what the job and the prospects of a chartered financial analyst. So now, if you look into what is this wealth planning, for example, these are the two kinds of wealth taking comes into picture. One is called a financial wealth, another in terms of real estate. Like for example, if you take the company like DHFL, their real wealth is in purely in real estate. So they require what is going to happen to the real estate business if you go on investing, and how this finance will uh, grow. So this analysis again will be done by the chartered financial analyst, and based on their report, these management companies or wealth companies will take on their decision. Or we can take as mutual fund organizations whether to invest in debt or whether to invest in linked equity linked or whether to invest in so many other options are available for them to invest. So there where they analyze it and they go for it. So in a simple way, or what we can understand in simple ways, these are the people who will understand the working of the finance in that particular organization, and they will provide their report for the future decision takings with respect to finance. That is what the basic job of or the main concept of chief financial analyst. Now, after understanding about chief financial analyst, the next part is to understand about our certified financial planner. Certified financial planner, you can go from okay, you can get it from US or you can get it from UK. So, what are these certifications are available? One is certification in investment performance measurement, another certification in international investment, another certification in financial manager, another certification in alternative um, investment analyst, and another certification in development finance. So when we talk of investment performance, we're talking about where, what to invest, where to invest, how to invest, when to invest. That is what this deals with. When we talk of international investment, we're talking of the MNCs or the talking of the organizations who are interested in investing on foreign organizations, or foreign organizations are ready to investment on our Indian organizations or Indian companies or Indian large organizations. So study of that is what we call international investment. And financial manager is one which deals with the regular or part what we can call as your working capital management, where the flow of fund will be there. So that deals with that kinds of activities. This certain chartered financial manager. Now, with respect to this chartered alternative investment analysis, these people are the specialized people who will provide so many things on that, especially in terms of what are the plan. If plan A is not possible, what are the plan B, plan C, plan D? If you are supposed to invest here, if it's invest, if something happens here, what has to be done immediately, and how that investment can be done, or alternative options available for your investment. So maybe, for example, how your solid asset can be converted into what we call as liquid asset, that is debt equity ratio, or what we call as liability asset ratio. These kinds of specialized track we call as an alternative investment analyst. Then another one, the focuses on how to raise funds from different organizations or from the general public, whether need to float the shares, or whether to sell the shares of the companies, or whether to float funds in the market, or whether to invest in the market and earn the money. These kinds of improving the finance of the organization will be dealt by this development financial certified professional. So this is what you can become on a national level or international level a chartered financial planner by taking the certification courses in either in US or in UK. Then the scopes definitely will be not limited to any particular region, because as it is an international course, you can spread your wings all over the globe and you can become a global person. So next is about trying to understand this CRISIL Certified Analyst program. What this program is about? This program is a 24-month intensive work on study program. So what this eligibility is? Eligibility is your graduation, or the final year students who are applying for this graduation with minimum of 60% of marks. This is what we call as an eligibility. And the students who are, and the students will be shortlisted only who are appearing for CAT, XIT, or CRISIL aptitude test. These are the only three exams which you can enter into this CRISIL Certified Analyst program. So what happens once you complete this 24 month course? Once you get 24-month course, they themselves will absorb you as a management trainee, and you people are eligible to get a minimum salary of 6 lakhs per annum. So this is what the most highly demandable and respectable and highly payable job. So after degree, definitely entering is competition will be there, and uh, difficulty level of will be very high. But if you are very much talented, if you are very much up to that mark level, then you people think on these parameters, where who are focusing on to CAT exams or ZAT exams or special aptitude test. So basically, what will be there in aptitude will be your numerical, will be your verbal, will be your logical, and your subtle, and some grammatical things are there. Along with that, some things related to finance. So these will be the content of that aptitude test. And if you are able to crack these any of these one exams, and if you are very lucky to get this into this CRISIL Certified Analyst program, then your life is done. But definitely hard work is required for this. So this is what the CRISIL is about. The next, again, another career is available in investment banking, as we are talking about the certification in investment, right? So this is what it deals with, about what investment management is deals with, about where the various kinds of assets need to be get delivered, the securities need to deliver, the funds need to deliver, the stocks need to be get delivered, real estates need to be delivered some need to be delivered some results to the investors. And studying or focusing on that part of area for every organization will be having a separate branch for that. So that is why we call it as an specialized branch of financial management. What instead of telling that management, we can talk of specialized branch of financial management, which focuses on not only investing but also getting the fruit from that investment. That is what we need to think on or what the major focus of investment banking is about. Again, in investment banking, we have the next one we talk about accounting professionals. Who can become an accounting professionals? Accounting professionals, either the chartered accountant or certified financial analyst, or a person who come from this MBA finance stream. So this is one part of becoming an investment management. That is what we call accounting profession. The next one is what we call portfolio management services. That what I told about different kinds of portfolios. If you take here only the upper part only, probably you might be seeing my cursor here. If you look, this is assets is one portfolio, securities is one portfolio, stocks is one portfolio, real estate is one portfolio. Like this, different kinds of portfolios will be available, and managing those different kinds of portfolios, when to invest, how to invest, and what is the right time to invest, and what is the right time to pull back, or what is the right time to sell, or what is the right time to purchase. These kinds of decisions will be happening in portfolio management, and that department is what we call as portfolio management services. And this portfolio management services always have to look into their the physical and monetary policies of the government, and also with that keeping an eye on physical and monetary policies of the government. It also look into this industrial and economical environmental development. So for this, it requires an constant review on the investments, so that it is not like that you invest it, leave it for 1 week or 10 days. No, that does not happen, where you need to catch or you need to watch like a dog on a daily basis, and you need to take your action. That is what the portfolio management services deals with. Now coming to stock broking is stock broking is all about selling and buying of shares in the stock market, like BSE, NSE, or you can go for New York Stock Exchange, like this, or where you can buy and sell, or what we call them as an stockbrokers. Stockbrokers, who are the people who will manage investments in terms of stocks, bonds, or derivatives of their clients, and advises them about the market fluctuations. Probably you people might have heard about Jhunjhunwala, who was the famous, who is called as an father of the stock market, or that is one positive angle point of view. And another one you might be heard about the Harshad Mehta, who has Ketan Mehta, where these are on the negative side of the stock market. So that is how this even some of the films have come. Film has been released on what we call as Harshad Mehta. So this is how the stock markets play a role in managing the finance of their clients, and the creating their impact on this stock market. Either they are called as bulls or they are called as bears. This is what stock marketing is about. And nowadays, even and small people or individual person who can do stock trading on their own, if they doesn't want to focus on the higher version of that. So that can also be done, and which is a real what we call as another source of income for you people. So next, understand what are the trending courses apart from these regular courses. So one is Bachelor in Financial Market. Another one is Bachelor in Financial Investment and Analysis. Basically, what is the financial market? Financial market deals with everything, but it not deals with the investment. And where financial investment analysis deals with when most of these mergers and demergers or acquisitions will be happening. These people or this financial investment and analyst, what they do is they analyze so many things, whether the things need to be invested on the organization, or whether it need to be on partnership basis, or whether if you are investing on what could be the ratio of your shares, and what could be the shares you can buy from that organizations. All these kinds of activities will be done, and those activities will lead to the decision of whether to purchase or not to purchase, whether to acquire or not to acquire, amalgamation. So many kinds of things can happen. So that job, that is the main uh, occupation or the concept of financial investment and analysis. Then apart from those regular courses, you have certification course from NSC Academy. Uh, there are different models are there, NCF, which is done by NCFM, or you can go for Indian Institute of Banking and for Finance. Different course certification courses are available, or you can go for NISM, National Institute of Stock Management, and the government organizations where you will be having so many different careers, or what we can show 32 certification programs are available on that with respect to stock, with respect to mutual fund. And this is how we can enter into these trending courses, either with a regular degree into considerations or with the taking certifications into consideration. So after understanding all these things, now the next is about understanding banking. I don't want to give much explanation of banking because we know what bank does. Bank is an organization where it gives safety to the general public fund, and at the same time it will also provide loan facilities to the people. So bank majorly deals with liabilities and assets. Liabilities are what we call that they are SB accounts and current accounts. Assets what we deal with the different kinds of loans which are being offered by the governments. So banks may be public or private sectors where you will be having options, or they may be a payment bank. For example, if you look at Paytm, which is converting into bank, or you can enter into a microfinancial banks like cooperative banks or cooperative Savartha banks, which is called as microfinancial banks, or you can enter into non-banking financial organizations who will are only dealing with their loans, but they are not dealing with liabilities. Those are what we call as non-banking financial corporations. Banking financial corporations and non-banking financial corporations. This banking part is divided into two major sections: banking financial corporations and non-banking financial corporations. And again, in banking financial non-banking, again you will be having private and you will be having a public sector. This is how it will be divided. But what are the jobs available in banking? One is the clerical position, and or if you are writing exams of the particular bank, or if you are writing in a centralized examination which has been done by the government or done by the RBI or done by the bank itself, then you can enter into a probationary officer, or you can after certain years of experience, you can directly enter as a bank manager over there, or relationship manager over there, or credit analyst over there, teller or loan processor. That is, and different etc. Different positions are available in the bank. And in public sector banks, where how you need to enter, because you cannot directly enter into public sector banks like SBI, like Canara Bank. For there, you need to provide exams. That is what we call recruitment boards are there, which PO or probationary officer or clerk examinations will be filled, or you can write for RBI exams, or you can IBPS or NABARD. These are the public sector organizations where we can enter through their notified announced exams. That is how the careers are available in banking, and which is an regular going process, or what we call as an traditional career. Moving further, apart from this regular subjects which are related to this commerce and business. Now we are moving into management, which is related to purely business. So what we can call as it is called as a BBA, BBS, or BMS, right? Bachelor of Management Science, Bachelor of Business Science, or Bachelor of Business Administration. In that, you will be having different stages. Either you can enter into sales or marketing, or what we can sales and marketing. These two are different concepts. Sales is one different concept. Marketing is one different concept. Sales is a part of marketing. That is what you need to understand there. And next, either you can enter into operations, or you can enter into IT sector, or you can enter into CSR activity. What is that CSR? CSR is a corporate social responsibility. So what this actually CSR is about? So most of the organizations will be getting profit from the society by taking money from the public. But some organizations will be do what they will be providing and a benefit to the society without expecting anything from the society. That is what we call a CSR activity. For example, the program what we are doing right now is an example of CSR activity by HFC. HFC Hero FinCorp Corporation, where it is providing this free kind of career guidance program and free dashboard and career counsel, group career counseling at no cost to 20,000 students pan India. This itself is an example of CSR activity where you people will be identified and you people will be given that opportunity in identify to serve the society. That is what we call CSR activity. Or if you are in the management, you can enter into one family business, or you can open your own businesses which take care of your sales, marketing, operations, ITs. Or you can enter into foreign trade. And basically, the things which, what do you mean by foreign trade? That we try to understand much deeper as we go further down the line here. And before that, I want to make point one clear right now. The future of finance or the future of the business is all about cryptocurrency. So right now, most of the European countries are focusing on cryptocurrencies. So right now, Indian government, because the only one negative part is that if any investor lose that, any government doesn't have control on that. But right now, the Indian government is working on that to see that the investor must not lose their money. So that work is happening from the back end side. If that once is done, then definitely this stock exchange will be moving into this cryptocurrency market, or what we call as a digital currency market. This is what the future will be. Already, people have from India only. People have started doing cryptocurrency transactions of many European countries. So, thinking that into consideration and focusing on this digital currency. So, if students are entering into stock market, they can think this as an what we call as evolution career and flourishing career, and where you can make a lot of money on that. So this is what about the careers which are available in commerce. As I told you that the foreign trade. What do you mean by foreign trade? A foreign trade means doing business with one or two more organizations outside your country, or doing business with one nation to another nation. That is what we call foreign trade. In foreign trade, both things can be happening. Either you can purchase the goods or you can sell the goods. If you purchase the goods, then it is called as import. If you sell the goods, then it is called as export. Either you do import, either you do export. Foreign currency transactions will be taking place. Whatever, for example, if you think that if you are doing business with US, where you need to deal with US currency, or if you are dealing with the European Union, you have to deal with pounds. For example, if you're doing business in England, you need to deal with pounds. Or if you are doing with the UAE countries like Dubai, you need to deal with either in dirhams or in your US dollar. So this is how the transactions will happen between these two countries with their own currencies. And it not only deals with your importing and exporting, but is also deals with so many laws related to business of your own country, business of other country, and the legalities, economic situations, monetary policies, physical policies of your own country and of their countries, so that the business can happen in a smooth way. This is all what about foreign trade. Again, in that foreign trade, we have got different specializations. One is import export management, where your job is to take care about only your imports and exports, either import or export, or you can work as a freelancer, as an consulting organizations which does business of only providing consultancy service with import and export without being into manufacturing process. The next one is another international marketing, where you need your focus is on entering into different international markets or different countries for your own business or for your products. Then international business environment, which deals with your all factors like micro factors and macro factors, which is affecting the business with respect to their country and with respect to your country. That is what we call the political factor, the economical factor, the social technological factors, and the social cultural factors and technological factors, legal factors, and that is what we call as a pestle from the micro angle point of view, and also the monetary policies and the fiscal policies and the industrial policies of that country and with respect to your country. That is learning is what we call as international business management. And next deals with the marketing research. Here again, dealing with all those things, but at the same time, here you will be having one step further moving into researching what kind of market is good for what kind of product, and where you can market your product and where you can earn more profitability with increasing your efficiency and productivity. That is what we talk about international market research. And financial management of export. That is what another part, when you are exporting, there there are a lot of risk is involved in terms of variations in your foreign currency or variations in your home currency. So understanding that and providing solutions for that is what we call the financial management of export enterprises. And definitely managerial economics, which deals with larger version of part of business, and which deals with the minute level of an organization level. And international procedures and documentation, this deals with especially in terms of documentation, because all activities you cannot sell it like give and take with foreign policies. A lot of custom activities will be taken into consideration. A lot of procedures have to be need to fulfill. A lot of rules and regulations have to be considered, and a lot of legal activities need to be fulfilled. So there is these a separate department will be there who will be taking care of all these documentation activities. So that is what we call as another specialization which is available in foreign trade. This is how the different kinds of specializations available in foreign trade, and definitely the career is very high in foreign trade businesses, because right now I can tell my own example. My friend Mr. Pramod Kachkosh, who is an IIT Mumbai, and I am Bangalore candidate. Right now, he is working with Infosys. He is there in Texas and taking care of North America and taking care of this software products. So where while we used to have discussions with him for the development of courses, or when we try to having a conversations with trying to understand this, how these countries are developing and what is the chance scope for Indian products in this market, then he was telling that people are required more here, but only provided the skills is required for that. If that skills is required, they have got tremendous opportunities for growth in this foreign trade career. So that is how you people can think of all those things into consideration if you are really interested in making your career in foreign trade. So once understanding about foreign trade, let's move further. That is what are the top colleges available in commerce and economics. So if you look into this, every district will be having their own commerce colleges and economics colleges. Every state will be having their own commerce and economics colleges. But if you are looking from the top angle point of view, if you are looking from the pan-India angle point of view, definitely you need to focus something bigger. So these are the institutions in from this south where you can think on. One is Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, which is based in Chennai, which focuses on BCom in applied accounting and banking management. Second one is Synergy School of Business, SSB, which is based at Hyderabad. Loyola College, Madras Kristania College, based at Chennai. Alliance University, based at Bangalore. St. Joseph College, Bangalore. Mount Carmel College, Bangalore. Christ University, Bangalore. Or you can consider Jain University, Bangalore. And BIMS, Bangalore. Stella Maris College, Chennai. Geetham, deemed to be University, Hyderabad. These are what the top colleges in commerce and economics. And definitely, if you've been becoming graduate from these colleges, the scope will be very high. But it doesn't mean that the students who are not able to join these colleges, that doesn't mean that they will not be having career. Always the careers are open for anybody who has got smart, talented, and skill-based person. Right? So, taking this into consideration with the different careers in commerce and management, now let us try to understand what are the neutral careers are available. What do you mean by neutral careers? Neutral careers are those careers which is open for any stream. For example, if you want to enter into BCom, you have to do PU Commerce. Or if you want to enter into BSc, you need to do PU Science. Or if you want to enter into engineering, if you want to enter into medical, or if you want to enter into this life sciences, we have to be from science background only. Those are called professional schools. Now I am talking of neutral careers where either you be in arts or humanities, either be in commerce or be in science. You can take admission in that stream. Those, or you can take admission in that particular career. Those kinds of careers are what we call as neutral careers. So what are those neutral careers? Then one is sports is one neutral career where people can join from any of the stream. Tourism and event management, that is one. Another one career, or what we call the tourism is one career which is open for all the streams. Event management, one career, and hotel management, mass communication and journalism, law, Indian Army Force, army officers, civil services, and teaching. These are the careers which are open for all the streams or open for anybody. Now, what we try to do is we try to understand these some of the courses, some of the careers in detail. So let us see what comes first. Okay, fine. Hotel management. What do you mean by hotel management? Managing the hotel, right? Definitely no. When you talk of hotel management, it is talking of different sections are there. One, if you when you enter into the hotel or when you go for any of the five-star hotels, first you need to see the receptionist. Or second, you people look into this room services. Or second thing, they will be talking of your catering services. Third thing, will be taking care of your food services. Or another one, you're taking of the people who are there for you guiding the place or what we call tourism services. All these parts managing within the hotel is what we call as hotel management courses, right? In that you have hotel and restaurant management, one thing, and second one we have airline catering and cabin services. That is another career available in that. Club management, different big clubs are there, government clubs are there, private owned clubs are there, or public and private owned clubs are there, where you need to manage that, managing that entire activity, start from the hygienic to the quality level of each and everything. That is what we call club management, or group ship hotel management, where the people who are traveling in ship, for them, what necessaries have need to be taken care of, hospitality has to be given, what kind of food need to be given. That is what we call cruise ship hotel management, and this is highly paid one. Remember that. Next one is hospital administration and catering. The people who are from science background, and who are interested in serving to the society, they can think of this hospital administration and catering. And uh, hotel and tourism, the people who are come from history background, the people who are come from uh, very much interested in guiding the people to share their own country 60 or 360, they can look onto hotel and tourism associate as an organizations, or forest lodges or guest houses. Another career which is available, or institutional management, where for canteens, supervising canteens in colleges. Because what happens is most of the colleges will not run their colleges, or 99% of the colleges will not run canteen on their own. They will be outsourcing that. When they are outsourcing means different people coming there and they are serving the people of that particular organization. That is what we call institutional management. Um, and this institutional management may not be necessarily it only happens in schools, it happens in colleges also, it happens in factories also, it happens in companies, guest house also, right? Then catering department, for example, if you look into, for example, if you're traveling in railway, if you're very much hungry, so where do you get food? You see the people coming from railway department and they are catering services, providing services to food services or hospitality services. That is what becomes. And do you and don't think that these people are railway official people? Those are the people who are on working on contract basis, and they will be providing these services. That is what we call catering departments for railways, banks, armed forces, and shipping companies. And another one is where you can look into your career, look into hotel and catering institutes. Or you can become a self-employed organization where you can start your own hotel. So, how to enter into this hotel management either through BBA or through BHM or through a BSc culinary or housekeeping? These are what we call the ways to enter into this hotel management. So, once understanding about this hotel management, the next thing is to understand about mass communication. Right? What do you mean by mass communication? Means communication to the general public or communication to the large public, communication to the large people is what we call as mass communications. And in that mass communications, we have got again there are different careers in that. One is journalism. Again, in journalism, we have got print uh, media, television media, radio media, news media. So radio media right now people have heard the DJs, RJs. That is what we call radio media. And news media. What we can talk of this uh, uh, the people who are into this different separate TV organizations. Right? Television is what we talk of our own government-owned television like DD, Delhi Doordarshan, that is a government channel. Apart from that, there are so many other news medias are there like NDTV, Times, India. These are what we call as news media. If you've been entering into journalism, there you have got an opportunity direct. You can enter into the printing press as an editor or a chief editor, or you can enter into our own government-owned organization and become a news reader, or you can enter into a radio where you can become a news reader there, or you can enter into this private channels, news media where different options are available. Now, once understanding about journalism, next thing is about photography. So, photography, for example, whatever the photos you people are seeing in the newspapers or the live things or magazines, you see the different kinds of photos. That is one another career which will your photos which will make so many people to reach. So that is what another career available in mass communication. Filmmaking, no need to explain about that. The best examples what we are seeing with Bahubali, Triple R, right? How this director has changed the entire scenario of this Indian filmmaking. Or you can take another one good movie which has been recognized international, that is the Kantara movie. So, which how these directors, producers, filmmakers have changing this film industry. So that is what another career option available in mass communication. And definitely the most important and the most thing is advertising. So if you want to enter, before that, if you want to enter into any of these careers, either in the journalism or photography or filmmaking, advertising, public relations, you need to be a good communicator and you need to be a very good creative thinker and practical implementer. So these three things should be very much required for these careers. Now coming to this advertisement, advertising is all about the uh, uh, promoting an organization product or making aware of a particular product to the general public or to the particular segment of the public. Even that segment itself will be a cross together. For example, let us take, for example, if you are producing uh, a normal pen, then what will be your target segment? Your target segment will be the students. The student fraternity itself in cross together. That is how we call. So where in times of advertisement you can go for again print media or banners or in terms of posters or in terms of digital, all kinds of digital media, so or all kinds of your non-digital media, and that is where you have a different career and opportunities. Definitely private organizations where they will be having their own advertising department, or you will be having an advertising agencies or consultancies or advertising organizations where they require people to work for them. So that is how you can make your career entering into this advertising. Now there's public relations. So public relations is what is that? Um, and basically, this is a job of a person from the company who will try to maintain relations with the industry, who try to maintain cordial relations with the bureaucrats of an organization, and he or she is the one who is going to announce what is going to what is happening in that organization. For example, if you people have got the habit of reading newspapers, especially business newspapers, you might be seeing so many articles that the company is launching new product, this new product, or the company has been gained this much of profit compared to last quarter or compared to last year, or you might be hearing that this company has been layoffing so much of employees or hiring so much of new recruits. All these kinds of informations will be given by this public relation officer to the print media or to the television media, radio media, or news media through press conference, and then it will be communicated to the general public. And that is what another what we call as career opportunity available for you in sorry guys, career opportunities available in the mass communication. So once understanding about different careers available in mass communications, the next thing is to understand about the different colleges available in for these careers. So one is Saint Xavier Sophia College in Mumbai. Symbiosis through comes through their entrance symbiosis entrance test, and Ferguson College via entrance exam, Pune. IP College for women via entrance, Lady Shri Ram Merit Delhi College organizations, Osmania College for women, Hyderabad. Uh, Other colleges in western regions are MMMC Pune, Amity University, or if you can take MIT Pune, NIJMC Ahmedabad, MIC Hyderabad, and if you take consideration in Chennai, one college is there, Bangalore, take Jain University or Alliance University, or in Hyderabad we can consider Geetam deemed to be university, or if you go for state universities like Karnataka University, Dharwad, Rani Chandan University, Belgaum, or Gulbarga University, or Gulbarga Open University, or Akmadevi Open Universities, or Davangere universities. These are what the different kinds of universities and colleges are available. Out of this, I'm showing the top colleges where you can make your career very good. Right? So this is all about what we're talking about your careers in mass communication. Now moving further, so another one neutral is what we're talking about law. Even in management student can do law. Even a science student can do law. Even a commerce student can do law. And even in humanities students can do law. There is no restrictions for doing this law. And what are the different specializations available in law? What do you mean law? Law is a person who take care of this uh, legalities and ensure that the right person should not be get troubled and should not be get penalized. That is what the law take care of that, and it will be dealt in the court of law. And the person who is following this profession is called as a lawyer, where most of us know us, or if we have not met them personally, definitely we have seen them in many of the movies or in any of those Netflix series or any of those TV series, right? So, what are the different specializations available in law? Because we think only law is about only criminal law is about only family. No, there are different law specializations are available. The first one is civil lawyer. Second one is tax lawyer who take care of tax. Again, in tax, there are two kinds. One is direct tax, another one is indirect tax. We have special laws for direct tax, and we have special laws for indirect tax. The next one we call as a criminal lawyer. Then we talk of a corporate lawyer. Corporate lawyer is that lawyer who uh, works from an organization angle point of view and who take care of all legal activities which is related to a particular company or a corporate. For example, Monopoly Restriction Act or Companies Law or Employee Welfare Act or ESI Act. All these laws will be taken care by that person. And for them, we call him as a corporate lawyer or international lawyer, where this is especially is a person who will be working in MNC and who will be taking care of different nations of the same organization. For example, in earlier discussion, just 10 minutes back, I took my friend's example who is working in Infosys. Infosys is present in so many countries of the world. And if anything happens for that particular part or any legal issues arise in any new corner of an uh, world towards this organization, and there will be one lawyer sitting in this corporate office, and he will take care of that activity. That is what we call as an international lawyer. And every MNCs, Indian MNCs or foreign MNCs, will be having an international lawyer. Then we call a real estate lawyer who deals with real estate and who deals with the documentation process, who deals with fulfillment of this, all this purchasing or selling process or NA process of an uh, building or maybe on property. And that is what we call him as a real estate manager. Then another one is the patent lawyers. There are specialized lawyers are there who will help you to get the patent and who will help you to clear all the steps or all the hurdles which you will be facing through that process of getting your patent. So that is what for them we call them as a patent lawyer. Next one is energy and environment lawyer, whom we call them as an environmental scientist lawyer, who fights with the government or who fights with the corporates or who will create awareness in the general public about the energy conservation or environmental production. Or a simple example, what we can talk about the global warming. A simple example as what it is okay. Most of the lawyers from international level raise their voices with in international or with G20 nations about this globalization and how this climate is increasing. That is what we call as an environmental law or energy law. Then we take care of healthcare and medical lawyers. Every sorry, uh, every medical organization is will be having their own lawyer, and every pharmaceutical companies will be having their own lawyers. Because if something goes wrong, and if anybody puts a case against the organization, who are going to face the issues? So at that point of time, lawyer has been very much necessary. So because of that, the lawyer will be there in that organization. So this is how the different specializations available for the different law, right? That is what once we recap with respect to law, civil, tax, criminal, corporate, international, real estate. Then we talk of patent, we talk of environmental and energy, and we talk of healthcare and politics. So these are the different specializations or different careers available under law, right? So moving forward, then what are the entrance exams for that? How you can enter into law, or what we call as LLB. So either you can enter into LLB after a degree, or you can enter into LLM after your PUC2, which is 5 years course, right? So one thing, you can enter into law through an entrance exam that is called CLAT, Common Law Entrance Exam and Admission Test, which focuses on 22 national level universities, right? And one West Bengal universities. So it takes care of 22 national universities and one West Bengal state administration. And another one is LSAT, that is Indian Law Admission Test. And another one is Symbiosis, which contains its own entrance test, that is called ILS, right? And Jamia Law College and All India Law Entrance Test for National Law University, Delhi, right? So this is how you can enter into law colleges by writing these different kinds of examinations, right? So if you have any doubts, you people are allowed to ask the question once this session is completed. The next one is Indian Army officer. So that is what we call entering into the defense, right? So who are eligible for this Indian Army officer? All male students are eligible after 12th for NDA with NDA. And SSB test will be there for 5 days test to all who apply for the courses. 3-year graduation course plus 1 year at IMA for commission training. That is another way of entering into that. And then if ladies want to enter into this Indian Army, then definitely they have to enter after the graduation. As recently, most of the new policies and guidelines have come for the ladies to enter, or the women enter into these organizations, which need to get updated here. Keep updated yourself. But as far as my information is considered now, women can enter into Air Force as well as Indian Army, as well as into Navy also. So earlier it was restricted at the front level. Now the Indian Army, this army has been given a guideline that Indian lady or woman can also become a top level officer in the Indian Army. This is what the latest upgradations which are happening. But I don't know to what extent it has been implemented or not. But surely, if it has been implemented, that is a well part. If it is not implemented, surely that is going to implement very soon. But we need to keep updated on this version of area where the scope is there for ladies also in Indian Army. Then what are the other civil services which are available? So basically, what most of the people want to become the government's bureaucratics. So how you can become a government employee, or how you can become an employee of the government and supply or serve, give good service to the society. The screen which is showing in front of you, there are major three civil services which most of us are talking about. We only talk of either IAS, or we talk of IPS, or we talk of IFS. Indian Foreign Services comes first, Indian Administration comes second, and Indian Police Service comes third one. This is as per the ranking and as per the KEDA. But there are another different civil services available which you can work from national level angle point of view. Those are Indian Revenue Services, Indian Postal Services, Indian Railway Services, Indian Audit and Account Services, Indian Defense Account Services, Indian Information Services, Indian tax services, like income tax department, customs department, right? And you can work into Indian meteorological services. These are all the different kinds of civil services are available. But the major problem with us is we doesn't have the information of all these things. We have got only major information about IAS, IF, and IPS. Most of us will focus on that also. And if we are not able to crack that, fine, not at all a problem. That doesn't mean that our life is get spoiled. Think on revenue services, which is also well respected. Think on postal services. Think on railway services. Think on tax services. Things on entering into defense into accounts department. Things on the tax department of the uh, India, which focuses on revenue generation, which is called as the revenue generation department for the whole country. So think of all those things, and you can join better services if you are not able to crack IAS, IPS, or IFS. But the question is how you can pass through the civil services. That the question is, what are the examinations you need to pass on, and what is the pathway for all these things? The first thing, what we call as an UPSC exam, right? In UPSC exams, you will be having preliminary examinations. You will be having main examinations. You will be having interview, and you will be having personality. These are the four stages where you need to pass. One is preliminary examinations, which focuses on general topic of you. Then the main exams, which is focused on the subject which you have been opted or selected for. Once you've been clear these examinations, then you will be going for a personal interview with the panel of interview members. And once you have been selected for that panel of in that interview, and then you will be going for a personality test. This is how the UPSC examinations will be happening, and that is what we call in when we're talking for this supplementary exam. One, we will be having two papers. One is compulsory papers, another one is optional subject. So what are the part of your compulsory papers? One is general studies, which you have four papers of 250 marks each, and one essay of 250 marks you can write in any of the languages. Then you have one English qualifying exams, which is of 300 marks, and Indian languages, any language which you get uh, or which you choose, that is for 300 marks. That is what you will be having these papers. That is what, again I will repeat it. General studies, four papers, 250 marks each, that is 1000 marks there. And essay, 250 marks here, that is 1250. Any language you can select. There is no compulsion of selecting any, or there will be no any preferred language. Next one, English qualifying, which you will be having 300 marks, and Indian languages, any of the Indian languages, no preferred language, the language will be as per your selection, and any Indian language, 300 marks. That means 1000 to 250, 300, 300. If you take 300, 300 will be 600. That is 600 plus 1000, 1600 plus 250. That is 1815 marks. Right, which are your compulsory. Now coming to this optional. Optional is that which you can select the subjects on your own. Maybe that may be on any of the streams which you are coming from. One may be from your social science, one may be from your engineering, one may be from your medical science, one may be from your pure science or from allied or paramedical science, or one from your commerce and management, or one from your languages. So what are the specializations or optional subjects you can choose in social sciences, economics, geography, Indian history, philosophy, right? Political science, psychology, public administration, psychology, and law, sociology and law. So these are what the different subjects you can choose from or choose from social science. Next is what we talk of engineering. There where you can think of civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. Then if you're coming from medical science, medical for different doctors, that is called what we call medical science. And if you are looking from pure science or allied science, which you can come from agriculture, you can come from botany as your subject, or chemistry, anthropology, or animal husbandry, or veterinary science, mathematics, science of statistic, physics, the geology, anthropology, right, or geology. These are what the subjects you can choose as an optional subject. And if you're coming from commerce and background, maybe from commerce and accountancy. And if you're coming from languages, it is again we focus on different languages of our Indian region, but where some languages are very much noted down here. So Assami, Bengali, Bodo, Dorgi, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Mithali, right? Malayalam, Manipuri, Urdu, Telugu, Tamil, Sindhi, Santali, Sanskrit, right? Punjabi, English, Oriya, Nepali, Marathi. So these are the different languages where you can select any one language as your optional subject. This is how you people are going to face this UPSC examinations, and once based on your ranking, you'll be given a cadre of IFS, IAS, IPS, and the rest Indian Railway Service or Indian Postal Service or Indian Revenue Services, Indian Tax Services. Like that will be your things will be provided. This is how the steps are there for clarification of your UPSC exams. Who people think on that I'll be focusing on UPSC examinations. The next one is what we call as teaching, which focuses on schools of middle school or higher school, where you need to go for 4 years of B.Ed coaching, or 12, or after 12th, or you can complete your integrated BA with any UG course, or you can join as an any universities, colleges as an assistant professor or junior professor by completing your UG level, PG level, NET or SLET, state entrance exam test. That is what we call NET or SET, state entrance exams. NET is national entrance exams. Once completing your PG, for PG you need to have minimum 50% of your passing marks in if you want to enter into PhD, or if you pass this NEET exam, then PhD is not required. If you don't have NET, and if you're not clear NET and the SET, if you have got PhD, doctorate degree with you, then that way is also available for you to enter into this college or universities as assistant professors. And you can become a special educator with B.Ed in special education career. So this is how you can enter into the teaching professions with the different, either in preschools or middle schools or in higher secondary schools, or you can enter into colleges and universities by completing your PG level plus with clearing exams of NET or SET, or holding a PhD degree. And as being, if you want to, is very much interested in helping in physically disabled or specially disabled segment, then you have to get trained as a special educator by entering into a career called B.Ed in special education. Then you can start as a career as a special educator in that field. So this is how the different kinds of careers are available in teaching. So if you have got any question and answers, you people are free to ask.
Completed, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, completed? Just a second, Vimla. Completed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir. You can leave the meeting. There is no questions.
Okay, fine. So thank you all for your patience listening to now. And tomorrow we have got another one session which focusing on careers on humanity. Till then, goodbye.